Hello, my friends, and welcome to another math video. All right, we are getting close to the end of talking about shapes, but we have only, to this point, talked about flat shapes, where it's just a picture on a piece of paper. Now we're going to talk about 3D shapes. What are 3D shapes, Mrs. Sae-Wong? Well, let me remind you. We talked about them back in our number corner a long time ago. I think it was either November, December, but my tired old brain can't remember what month. Remember, we talked about this shape, which was a cylinder. Can you say that with me? Cylinder. It is where it's round and tall, similar to like what your water bottle might be. We have a rectangular prism, where it's a rectangle, but it's also a box. We have a sphere that's a ball. We have a cube, which is a square box. Now here are some new ones. We have a triangular prism, which is a triangle, but it's a 3D shape. So it's like a slice of pie or a piece of cake might be a triangular prism. Then how about this? We have a pyramid, where it looks like a triangle, but really it's a 3D pyramid. And lastly, we have a cone. So you can hold it this way, or what does it look like if we turn it upside down? What does that look like? You're right, it looks like an ice cream cone because a cone is a 3D shape. Let's look at a poster together to give us a better idea what 3D shapes we're going to be talking about. So this is our 3D shapes poster that will be in our virtual classroom for you to go back and look at if you need any help. But we have a sphere, which again is just a round ball. We have a rectangular prism, which is a rectangle, but a boxed rectangle. A cube is that square, but it's the box square. The cylinder is the round and long, it's called a cylindrical shape. Ooh, that's a big word. You don't have to remember that one. But remember, it's a circle on the ends, but it's a tall, long, like I said, water bottles or soda cans or soup cans. Those are all cylinders. We have our cone, which is our ice cream cone. We have our pyramid, which is like our triangle, but it has lots of triangles. And then we have our triangular prism. So let's look at the difference. So a pyramid looks like a triangle, but so does our triangular prism. What's the difference? The difference is the size. So a pyramid, all of the sides are the same, whereas a triangular prism, the sides are all different. Okay, so why is it important to know the difference between a 2D shape? So let's think about this piece of paper. It's cut as a rectangle, right? But it's flat, so that means it's just two-dimensional. It's just a flat rectangle. But our rectangular prism has multiple sides to it, and that's the difference. When a shape is just flat and there's only one side, one face, it's 2D. When we have a 3D shape, it means there's multiple faces or sides. So let's count our faces on our 3D shape. Are you ready? So on our rectangular prism, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So a rectangular prism has 6 sides. How about our, whoops, didn't mean to do that, sorry, wrong button. How about our cube? Let's count our sides of our cube. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So a cube and a rectangular prism have 6 sides. Let's look at our triangular prism. Let's count how many sides there are. You ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this has 5 sides to it. Let's count our pyramid. Let's see if our pyramid has the same number as our rectangular prism. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So yep, our pyramid and our rectangular prism have the same number of faces or sides. How about our cone? our cone only has one face. The sides of a cone, since they're smooth and round, there's no faces. So a cone only has the one face. How about a cylinder? So they have one, two faces. The sides, they're just one round continuous line, so those don't count as a side. So a cylinder only has one, two sides. What about a sphere, a ball? Even though it has, it's there, it exists, right? It doesn't actually have a side because it is just one round circular line all the way around. So a sphere has zero faces. Crazy, right? Those are just attributes of 3D shapes that you will have to remember. And it's a little tricky at home because you don't have the blocks to count, but that's where today we're going to talk about where we can find 3D shapes in our homes. What? So before we go any further, we have a video to watch, and it's going to sing about 3D shapes, and it's going to teach us all the things we need to know. And it's just way more fun than Mrs. Sae-Wong. So let's enjoy the video. Let's see here.
I'm a 3D shape expert. Here are the 3D shapes that I know. A sphere, a cylinder, a cube, and a cone.
Go back just a smidge, you couldn't see it.
A cylinder, a cube, and a cone. Here are the 3D shapes that I know. A sphere, a cylinder, a cube, and a cone. A baseball, the moon, and an orange I have right here are all examples of a 3D shape that people call a sphere. A basketball, the earth, and marbles I have here are all examples of a 3D shape that people call a sphere. Here are the 3D shapes that I know. A sphere, a cylinder, a cube, and a cone. Here are the 3D shapes that I know. A sphere, a cylinder, a cube, and a cone. A soda can, a pencil shaft, and a can of soup would be examples of a cylinder, as you can plainly see. A marker, a glass of milk, and a peanut butter jar are all examples of a cylinder. Yes, I'm sure they are. Here are the 3D shapes that I know. A sphere, a cylinder, a cube, and a cone. Here are the 3D shapes that I know. A sphere, a cylinder, a cube, and a cone. An ice cube, a cardboard box, and a Christmas present for you are all examples of a 3D shape that people call a cube. My little dice, a Rubik's Cube, and a block that I use are all examples of a 3D shape that people call a cube. Here are the 3D shapes that I know. A sphere, a cylinder, a cube, and a cone. Here are the 3D shapes that I know. A sphere, a cylinder, a cube, and a cone. An ice cream cone, a pencil tip, and a megaphone are all examples of a 3D shape that people call a cone. A birthday hat, a nail, or a funnel in my home are all examples of a 3D shape that people call a cone. Here are the 3D shapes that I know. A sphere, a cylinder, a cube, and a cone. Here are the 3D shapes that I know. A sphere, a cylinder, a cube, and a cone.
All right, like I told you, way more fun listening to them sing it than Mrs. Sae-Wong. So now you have a job to do. Your math assignment for today is to find objects around your house that are the shapes we just learned about in the song. So in Seesaw, you're going to see the activity, and all I want you to do is either you can record yourself showing me and talking to me about the pictures, or you can take pictures of the items and send them to me in Seesaw. You're going to find an item in your house that is a sphere. So you're going to find something that looks like a ball, something round. We all have something in our house that can be a sphere. Even if it's not perfectly a sphere, maybe an orange isn't a perfect round, but it's close enough. Or a baseball, a basketball, some kind of sphere. Then I want you to find a cylinder, something that is a cylinder shape in your home. You're going to find something that's a cube in your home, a box of some kind. Now, some of you might not have a perfect box, and you find something that's a rectangular prism instead. That's okay. So either a cube or a rectangular prism. A rectangular prism it could be a macaroni and cheese box. It could be a videotape. Does anybody have videotapes in their home anymore? Maybe Mrs. Sae-Wong's too old. But a cube or a rectangular prism. And a cone. They gave us lots of examples in that video of different cone-shaped items that you have in your house. One of them you use every day to help you do your schoolwork. Hint, hint. So if you can't find anything else, use that item. And if you're like, oh my gosh, I wasn't paying that close of attention, I was just like too into the groove, hit rewind and watch the video again. Let's go through this again. You're going to take a picture and find an item of a sphere in your home. You are going to find a cylinder in your home. You're going to find either a cube or a rectangular prism. I'm running out of hands. And a cone. Well, let's see if I can get creative here. Let's see if you can see my desk. There's Mrs. Sae-Wong's leg, sorry. So you're going to have a cone. Nope, wrong direction. A cube or rectangular prism. A cylinder. And a sphere. So if you need to hit pause so you can see all of the shapes, remember, just one or the other of these. You don't have to do both. Cone, cube, rectangular prism, cylinder, sphere. I want a picture of something from your home of one of each of these shapes so that I can see you are practicing finding 3D shapes all around us. All right, friends? And that's all you have to do. So math is pretty easy today. But if you have questions or if you're having a hard time finding shapes in your home, let me know and we can talk about it and we can find some alternative or other options. That's it, my friends. Have a great day. Remember, go back and watch the video again if you need some more ideas to help you find some shapes around your home. Otherwise, I will see you all a little bit later. Bye, friends.